offended, But all in all, I feel like even crying, but for me, I'll just keep doing my thing. And for me, like, I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose, Yeah. You people don't know what's going on off camera, but one day I'll just pick myself, But for me, I'll never have love somebody who even lied. Guys, I was once, I will never have love to somebody who lied and brought police officers to me and I got arrested simply because he said I've cracked my sister's laptop, Yeah, he once lied to police officers here and I got arrested. He knows that my sister's laptop, which is Dim Wango's laptop, it cracked a long time ago. He bought from South Africa, but because we differ in opinions, he brought police officers. If I'm not lying, go on his comment section on videos. Go ask him. Even one day, I'll just do a video with my parents and my mom and my dad so that they can react. That's a crazy guy in which I'll never have love for him, Yeah. I'm so emotional, guys, at times.
So, guys, back to the Regenum. This is what is trending, and you can understand it from this kind of the background and understand why is Gintu right now here? Why is he here? And what is really meant when we talk about we have to understand ourselves and do what is necessary. Keep it tuned because much more gonna be coming. Gintu's Kika starting right now as we're gonna be vibing onto it right now. And this is it as the beginning. Let's dive into this position right now. Here we go. Hello internet, wherever you are, welcome back. It's underscore Gintu back again. Here we are, it's one-on-one. I think this kind of the environment right now, the climate is climatizing, and I appreciate everyone who is just tuned and locked in watching this kind of the very fantastic video that we're going to be dropping onto your own table mind, and also make sure they're going to be watching the video to the end as we're going to be getting the entertainment and also the scheduled matters that are coming out, evolving and making them to be so scarce and making some of the troubles that we have to differ with them outside there. You understand? Right now it's like a river. I'm just oppressed, I'm just oppressed, and I'm just being taken as a river. So right now, wherever the river is just flowing from each direction, that's how I'm meandering with the life right now. And I understand it's part of the program as everything gonna be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. As far as you are being tuned, we have to go forward. Despite this kind of the people, I have one of the good medicine to give to this kind of the demagogues as I'm gonna be starting this kind of the video right now, as they're gonna be understanding to know what really is meant when I ever talk about we have demagogues of the day. They ever have to comment shit and bullshit to this kind of the movement of this video and talk about ABCD. Today I have your own treatment to understand when Gintu always comes out and talk about we're gonna be doing something very legit and legitimately very meticulous and gorgeous. We have to understand where is this kind of the defect and stupidity, where is it growing from, and we are of the same village. And even if the brotherhood can talk about no, I cannot associate myself, I cannot do this and that, this, whom am I not to say it, because I'm not the blood, I'm not the blood. Exactly, you have to understand the English today is going to be Englishing here, and you have to make it come out very fantastic here. So as far as everything is concerned, get this kind of a small video shot and understand what I mean when I come out to talk about we are bullied, we are treated in a miserable way, we are dictated behind the camera. Everything that comes on top of the camera, you have never understood it because you think about what you see under the camera is the reality. Get this kicker for today.
I can show you the true pictures, what he always shows, So I'm so offended, and one day I'll just speak my mind, Yeah, for me, I'll never have love for him. I'm sorry, guys, to speak this, but I'm very offended, He once brought police officers at my home.
You can understand, guys, what I mean from that kind of the chapter. and you can synthesize what I mean. Why is it that every time the police has to come to your home? And why is it every time this kind of the character trait started years ago? This kind of a character started very many years ago. And up to date, we are being intimidated and being pushed to fear, that we have to fear that this kind of the person is having money or is in the same or other league that we cannot reach. Okay, there's somebody who can talk about here, you have very many subscribers, you have so big subscribers and whatever. But at the end of the day, we have to understand what's really meant at the end of the chapter. And are we really processing what's gonna be at this kind of the hot cake? Because we have to understand everything as it's gonna be coming here. So let me give you this kind of another chapter that is just speaking. Everybody has to speak out of the mind. What do you understand? Eh? Let me give you this kind of the thing. And when we have to talk about it, some people think about it's a joke. Let me give you a kicker. Let me give you a kicker here. Because today is today, yeah? You have to understand when we are coming out and we are just oppressed. I'm just not understanding when a person is talking about, oh, you know, Gintu is this way, Gintu is that way, including the people who are just coming and talking about rubbish, and you're the one who was ever coming out to talk about, oh, you know, this kind of A, B, C, D, yet you're the one who is now discriminating and just disgracing my own affinity and my own aptitude, and talk about Gintu is this bad or at this kind of the rate. Understand where it came from. Let me give you the kicker, because we are here for the kickers.
Construction at my grandpa's place. You saw was people, they were against me. True story, you know, people, they were against me. So for me, I decided just to go what I believe in, you know, and also I'm not underage. Soon I'll be getting a family. So for me, I just do my things at my own pace. And one of the things that I really appreciate about my uncle, he's kind of polite. My uncle, he's kind of polite. Why am I saying this? My uncle is kind of polite because at times people can call him names on public saying that he's lazy. But for me, guys, I can't tolerate such a thing. I can't tolerate such a thing, you know, because I have the voice, you know, I can't tolerate such a thing. And for me, somebody can't mention my name anyhowly because I'll respond. That's how I am, just to speak my mind, you know. So my uncle is kind of polite. He can just see things going on like that, you know. But I really appreciate him, and for me, I have to support him because he's like a brother to me, you know. He's like a brother to me, in which my bond with him will be forever, you know. Yeah, that's how it is. And for me, guys, I'll never have love to somebody who always show me crazy things, who always bullies me outside the camera, but he can't show you the reality, you know. I'll never have love to such a person. He bullies me from outside the camera, off camera I mean, but he can't show you like what's going on. The person can film a video, but when he sees me or something, he hides the camera, so he can't, like, you know what I'm getting? And also, for me, I'll never have love to such a guy who bullies me, but he can't show. But on camera, he's a different person. For me, I said no to such character traits. I'll just be who I am, you know? Yeah, guys. Sorry, guys, I think this video, I've seen God on my side, especially when people really criticized me. They were...
Guys, what do we have at that kind of the background here? It seems that when we ever come out to tell and give out our own ways of resolution and talk about this is the mess, this is where the mess is coming from, people don't understand. They come out and humiliate us and talk about when I said it, and I ever gave much of the people this kind of very good task so they can just go and venture themselves and look for it. That have you ever seen this kind of the demagogues? Whenever it cuts, whenever they're going to be having filming, you think about what the filming is the reality and to the nature. And this is David Jr. confirming it. And he ever saw this kind of a character traits that are coming out from this kind of the village. Talk about, you understand whom I'm talking to and whom am I meaning at this kind of the point. And right now, they're the ones who are talking about now he's doing the better, because they understand that now they have got themselves. And when you are now squeezing yourself and you have now evolved to be a person who can be recognized, now they formulate on how they're going to be meeting with you. Because I can say it in a way that there's a time I met with David Jr. and we ever talked very much at his own construction, and we talked very many things, including he told me that I should be the one who will be linking him with this brother. I should be the one linking him with his brother, in a way that much of the people are talking about, why can't you join the hands and become one thing? Because if a family is just separate, and right now you understand what I mean when I say about during the last time this kind of the two people ever joined themselves. But at this point right now, the two, a lady and a gentleman right now, they are of good friendship, and they are now bringing this kind of the other character inside. So as they were being humiliating one nature. And when we come out and talk about, if you can betray your own family, who is Gintu and who is about the wife, talk about whatever is just outside here. And this is just a clear point. Much of the people should take it not in a granted that we are being bullied, and this is an artifact from their own home. Even talking about, I cannot sustain myself where I'm not taken as a person. A person is talking about Gintu, or talking about this one, or talking about the other one, in a way that you think about, they are very, very meticulous. Behind the camera, things are different. I tell people that kind of a thing, that behind the camera we meet, we ever talk, but when it comes to the camera, you think about people are bad. Understand it from the criteria. And this is the one of the commonest traits that are coming out, and people have never understood it. And I'm going to be opening to you this way, that you think about Gintu doesn't speak with Nasto. Are you really sure about it? Are you really sure about when I meet with Nico Buddha, we don't talk? Are you really sure when I meet Ngutu the widow, we don't talk? Are you sure that when we meet with the Kibe, I cannot talk with the Kibe? Sometimes you are treated like you are being given a verdict point about, are you really sure what you are watching is the reality of what is there? Every time everything is being formulated in the platform, it doesn't mean it's the same thing you understand at the village. Most of the people who support and talk about, yeah, go arrest Gintu, go whatever. These are the demagogues and stupid minds that are not in the village. They don't understand how really a camera has destroyed this village. In a way that, yesterday what happened between Ernesto's home, what happened there? Murimi was being fed with a lot of rika, and he was told to go to your home, demolish the door, hit the door so as we can be looking for the chicken. What happened? Behind the camera. That's behind the camera. You have to understand it. But when it comes to the camera, you'll be told, don't have any kind of the things with the village. This kind of the people, they are looking at me in a bad way. You understand it from it and understand from me this kind of an artifact. Because you might be fed in a way that you think about, these people are bad to these ones. But behind the camera, guys, we have problems. We have problems. I tell you, we have problems. That is it. And we have some of the people are just meandering alongside the way, talking about, oh, you understand, Gintu is bad this way. And I'm there to report back, because you are threatened and you are accused and you are alleged and being pinpointed that you are a bad person, disgraced. But when you talk about, let me tell you the fact about the village, what happens? Some people talk about rubbish and nonsense. I'm not interested with the stupid comments that will be just talking about, oh, Gintu ABCD. Whether you comment in a stupid way ever possible, I'm not interested with that one, because we will have to move. We have to go forward. They're just there and they're brought. I said it one day, that all of these people are just commenting shit and very rubbish, negative comments. Most of them are Kenyans, number one. Number two, most of them are in the group of WhatsApp. They are chatting that this time around, use this other name to take this. And I said it, there are more of YouTubers in Nyaboanse who have different YouTube channels, including talk about the Gmail addresses that they do use. In terms of Mawera, he ever use Mbosi Amboka. Right now you're going to be using user. You have to understand it very meticulously. And so many people, including, I know them outside there because they were creating while I was there. So when you see some people commenting bad, talking about you should have A, B, C, D, why are not they commenting to the other YouTube channels for the people who are tagging Gintu daily, talking about Gintu daily, and they have to feed from Gintu? They're just talking about, yeah, you are saying the truth. Yeah, say. But when it gets to Gintu, I'm pinpointing the point and giving an artifact of the validity. They're talking about Gintu, you're using somebody's name, which is stupidity of the highest order. Who told you my name is not being used? And who told you that we have not to use it? Who told him to be a public figure? Sometimes we have to come out very defiant in a way that we have to understand the real program, how it runs and how it goes, because we cannot be bullied every time. And at this artifact, I can say that there are people who are feeding with our own names. The criteria of this kind of the lady, I don't know how she's gonna be called. Very stupid names here. And she thinks about, she ever daily, Gintu has to be mentioned. There's another person called Orono Wamaja, Orono whatever. He ever posts Gintu. And when I post that this is the person bringing shenanigans, even they're not even to this kind of the village, and they're just speaking rubbish and nonsense at the same time, and they think about Gintu is humiliated with such kind of the postcoms and the intercoms, and verifying their own stupidity of the highest order with a small IQ of a rat. They think about you're gonna be messing up. We are something else outside, and they have to follow and make sure that we are leading as they follow. That is it. And at this artifact, I will say it as the way it is. Because of talking about you have a very big audience, you have a very big platform, and you have stayed long in the internet, or you have stayed long in the industry. You think about now we are low, we are survivors, we are surviving, we are diving. Talk about, yes, we might be small and we might take long time, but understand even a pregnancy, you cannot understand if the Y chromosomes, how long they stayed in that kind of the period of time so they can just fertilize that kind of an egg. You have to understand how the program comes so you can just artifactively understand the program where it goes. We might be humiliated today. We might be the Y chromosomes. They might be X chromosomes. You understand which of the following and two of them, which one survives longer and which one survives less. And at this kind of the artifact, I want to be coming direct to the point, whereby they should not pinpoint everything unto us and talk about, oh, Gintu is making this one or you are making the other one. At the real end time, you are the person who is having the problem with us. Talk about the arrest, talk about people, talk about bullying, dictatorship. You have to own the whole village. We sit inside the box, we be like the fish caged. How long will we survive? Including everybody understands. And there's a time I told you a story that we were coming from Kisumu, and this kind of the story was tagging this kind of the brothers. Talk about the sister and the brother. They were talking about why can't you call me? Right now you think about you have money. Now you cannot call me because you have money and you can just go around. You can be sponsored and make whatever. And you are just showing us more of the boyfriends, east, west and south. And now you think about you will never need me. And if now you come out and talk about I'm gonna depend on myself, I want to do my own things. Now everything evolves. That why are you surviving? The survival value is now the problem in the village. Why can't we understand it? That what Gintu is making, Gintu is constructing, and because I've constructed a house which is now going to be at the end of 80% complete of the house, yet I got this kind of the people on the platform, they have ever been into the platform, and I'm just there to make sure that I have bypassed them. It's becoming like a very jealousy thing in a way that the people they wanted to subscribe and the people they wanted them to move before us we have just bypassed them. They talk about this kind of the people, they are bad, they have to name us. In case you have to understand this, if you want to delete or kill a monkey, you have to name it a bad name, so as you can just make sure that you are dismantling it completely. That is why we are entitled bad names, including being accused to be arraigned in court, so as we can just make sure that people are, we are tarnished our names, and people are fed with titulated minds and titulated words that these people are bad. And when you say that now, give us a chemical equation for that titulation of ambulation of your chemistry practical, you talk about, I never went to the class of that chemical equation. You will have to understand the program, how it comes, and what are we fed outside here. At that moment, I can say it, if the brotherhood, the blood brothers, they talk about, I cannot have respect to these people. I cannot have respect to this kind of the person bullying me behind the camera. What does he mean? And when we come out, that is the brother talking about that. But when Gintu says it, you talk about, I'm using that kind of the person as a content or whatever. So be what? They have to come out vigilantly and vigorously to make sure that everything has to come out very meticulous. That is an artifact people should use. And also we have the etiquette of communication. Don't talk about, okay, you are at that same level. You know, I told people that when the camera is lit, I'm telling you this person is very anonymous. You can never know what he's gonna be talking about. When I told you when I was called, and he called when I was in the station, and when he goes to the station to report, he reports less. When it comes to the phone call, he says more. Demagogues of the day. We understand these are called the betrayal tips, and the tips that are going to be coming, which is the kicker tips that are going to be evaluating and giving you this kind of the reservoirs from the field and talking about we have a bigger problem. Still, we are on the mood to understand what David Jr. is talking about in this video. Hello beautiful people, back again to this kind of an Esquire here, so you can just handle much of the things here. I understand right now everybody's just doing their own practices, talk about cultural activities and much more. Everybody gonna be gaining whatever gonna be gained from the environment, and you can even see much of the people that are there. I talk about the sugar industry, which is the brown sugar industry, and much more. So right now here gonna be like a harvesting area that they're gonna be harvesting here, and right now they are sitting down. Sugar canes every time, talk about sugar in the blood to make sure that everything is just moving. So I don't know which kind of is it carbohydrate, the sugar is carbohydrate or whatever is vitamin, I don't know, but everything gonna be coming out. I have a very beautiful lady today here, and she's gonna be into the industry to talk about ABCD. Let's get her small. Come. You are looking at me like you don't want. What's the problem? Nothing. Or you want? What do you want? Here we go. And what's your name?
My name is Rosemary.
Rose.
Yes.
Rosemary.
Yes.
So you have a YouTube channel?
Yes.
Okay, by the name?
It's Gatti.
It's Gatti. Guys, she's turning back my mind. You understand? Whenever you talk about Gatti, she's gonna be turning my back and talking about, oh, you can remember what I mean about the Gattis, eh? Exactly. But you are calling yourself It's Gatti.
Yes.
It's Gatti. Yes. So what's your content right now? How many subscribers do you have right now?
Only one.
Only one subscriber. So it means that it's right now. Have you posted any kind of the video?
Yes.
You have a videos? Yes. Or videos or a video?
A video.
You have a video?
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah. So it's your first time now going to be introduced? Yes. Your first time to get a shout out?
Yes.
From anybody?
It's you the first person.
It's me the first time?
Yes.
Why couldn't you go? Because your village is more of where now the YouTubers are. And I'm coming from a little bit of a different village.
I've been visiting some of the YouTubers and they have refused to give me a shout out. Yes.
Why? You because of you are now growing, or you have no subscriber for them to gain from, or male or ladies? Most?
Both of them.
Both of them.
Yes.
So they're denying about the shout outs here. So guys, when we come out to this kind of way, we talk about, we understand everybody started with a 0. Everybody started with 1, 2, and they grew to whatever they're gonna be. You're gonna be having 1 million, gonna be having 10,000, gonna be having 1,000. You started with 1. And that is the real fact. So here we go. She might be talking about she's going to be venturing into the YouTube platform, and she's going to be having that kind of a crazy way of talking about, well, how can I start it and how am I going to do it? Because sometimes it's humiliative. Sometimes you get very difficult getting people outside here. They talk about, no, I cannot help you in this kind of the way, or you should bring this one so I can just get this one. So right now, how do you feel right now? Because it's your first time here.
I feel very good because you accepted to give me a shout out.
Exactly.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy to meet you again. And I'll need you to give me more shout outs that I can grow my channel.
Exactly.
Yes.
So which kind of the niche are you always doing? Which kind of the content?
Normal content such as washing utensils.
Okay. Talk about the village life.
Yes, village
or
life.
the village life.
Yes.
Right now, what I can advise you is, I've seen most of the ladies right now are venturing into cooking. But right now, it's gonna be very hard for you to start it because of the finance. And I know, I always talk about today is today, but tomorrow gonna be another day. Do you understand that one?
Yes.
You can say amen.
Amen.
Exactly. Today is today, but tomorrow
Is another day.
is another day. And guys, it's Gatti. And do you have underscore or it's Gatti only?
Yes.
It's Gatti.
Yes.
Do you have bundles there? I don't think if it can even come to my phone because it's still a young channel. I don't think if it can just come to my YouTube platform right now here. Let me search here, look if I can get it. That way, it's, then space, Gatti. That way?
Yes.
Okay, let me search. You see
No,
the
it's
Gatti?
Gatti of H.
Or Gatti of H.
Yes.
G-H.
Yes.
Gatti. That way?
Yes.
Exactly, and we search for it. We are searching from the phone here. You see, it cannot reflect.
Yes.
You understand? So right now it doesn't have your channel here because it's still young.
Yes.
And what you can do, you'll take my number and send me the link of your talk in my WhatsApp, so I can just share it, so you can just get some subscribers a little bit. And I always talk about, guys, let's support the young coming talents and make it happen, because this is where we grew from and this is where we came from. We have not to despite and talk about, okay, let us put them aside because they don't have subscribers. We understand that's how the nature is. People want to benefit from you as you benefit from them. But to me, I always understand that make it and go, because that is the nature. We have to go with it. Keep it tuned, keep it locked.
Keep it locked.
Tomorrow is another day, yeah?
Yes.
Exactly. Let's make it happen, guys, as far as everything is in concern. Let me see the brown sugar industry here. I'm going to be checking on how everything is just performed here. So you can just buy some brown sugar and eat. And from this kind of the area, I like brown sugar. You're going to be selling at 100 shillings there. And sometimes you're going to be buying them here. Brown sugar, you understand what I mean about the brown sugar. And everything going to be so fantastic here. And, watoto hapa. Mnakula miwa? Mambo, mko fiti? Kuna nguru iko? Hakuna sukari? Haijaiva nisubirie? Hapa kwa kiwanda, hapa kwa Mungu. Guys, here is the industry. Guys, there's something which is very unique here. Talk about the brown sugar industry, and these are the sugars here. They make it locally, because it's not a must you have to talk about, or you have to go to a bigger industry. Here is a small industry, and things are possible. Mambo, uko fiti? Unataka uende majuu? Sasa si uweke moto, mimi imeiva. Iko karibu. Na mimi nilikuwa nadhani inaisha. Mambo vipi? Uko chonjo? This is the brown sugar, guys, and this is how it's being cooked here. And this is why they put much of the fire to make sure that it's going to be cooked very meticulously here. So they have some segments here. I think it's coming from the far end to the point here. this is where now it's gonna be the last moment whenever they're gonna be picking. Sasa hii imeiva ama bado? Bado. Lakini mtu anaweza kula. No. But it's very hot, eh? But ni moto, eh? Sasa bado mnaendelea ama? Ndio mnataka msiage maji, muweke tena muendelee. Bado mrudishe huko. Still they have a long process to go here, and that's the way forward. Kwa hivyo hamna sukari nguru. So niwaachie 100 mtakunywa maji. Kesho nitachukua zingine kama mtakuwa tayari, si ndio? Exactly. So guys, this is the local brown sugar industry here, and they make it happen. And nothing. What? So guys, this is the brown sugar industry here, and you understand it's gonna be used in terms of making some liquor, traditional liquor, eh? Yeah, so this is the ones that is being processed here to make sure that everything's so fantastic. They have work to do, and they have to make sure that everything is coming from there, very meticulous. And they're gonna be getting their own life going on, talk about the wages of a day, and everything gonna be moving on very successful. So I appreciate much of the effort. Everybody's just watching this kind of the video from gonna be, and I appreciate this kind of the moment. And let's make it happen as everything is coming to you live, which is one-on-one at this kind of the moment. And keep it tuned, keep it locked, because we talk about everything gonna be coming to you as far as we are on the point here. Let's gather and make it happen. This is the sugar industry. I want them also, whenever they're gonna be finishing there, they have to finish my sugar plant, talk about the sugar that I planted into my own farm there. And whenever we're going to be finishing them, we have to understand now we're going to be planting other things, very useful. And they're just going slowly, but I think the next shamba, because they're going to be finishing this one here, they go to my shamba there. So whenever they're going to be finishing there, I have to talk about we are moving. And that is the position that we need to get forward. And everybody to understand what you're going to be doing, at which rate, at which moment, and that will be so fantastic. I see here so many children, they need to take the brown sugar. You know, it's very, very sweet, and you understand whenever I talk about the sweetness things to the children, it's going to be so fantastic here. So that is what they're just here for, and children are waiting and helping also, because the ones that talk about the squeezed sugar canes, I talk about the bags are just placed at the field so that they can just sun dry and become firewood at an extent. But right now, most of the people have harvested much of the maize, so they use maize stock that are already dry to make sure that they're cooking that kind of the brown sugar. That is the effect. Let's rhyme in and check from the G Castle what's popping out right now. Hello beautiful people, wherever you are, welcome back. It's Gintu. Back again to the route of today in the evening hours here, and the sun is very shining here to make sure that everything is coming to you live, which is one-on-one. Everybody who has been tuned and locked in, subscribe, like, share, comment, as we're going to be grooving together as a team to make it happen, because we are now getting to understand how this kind of the program is always getting forward to make it happen, because as far as you are watching, we really understand that we are not taking you into granted, as you are making it happen, as this kind of the position is strangling to make it happen. So if it's your first time you're watching this kind of the video, welcome back, and we're gonna be making it happen, because we're gonna be leveling it up as this kind of the carifragistical very best time here. So here we are, we're gonna be getting much of the duties here, and gonna be talking about everything is so possible as we get it done here already. And to this kind of the area, talk about the G Castle here, gonna be getting to understand that this kind of an area gonna be getting very fantastic here. It's gonna be getting to the G Castle, because the work is a little bit getting to an end here. We understand what's really popping out inside here at this kind of the moment, so we can know where have we reached in terms of the G Castle, because it's now getting more different and different always. as we're going to be talking about, it has changed a little bit. Talk about everywhere is skimmed a little bit here, and the letters are now reflecting. Talk about the G and the C are reflecting here, and also all the areas are going to be skimmed. I think by tomorrow we're going to be having a little bit of a difference here, as even the GINTU, it's now reflecting in a different way. Talk about, we are just waiting for the lighting system to come in, and every position it's already skimmed, very meticulous. This is the corner here. You'll think about it's going to be reflecting like a dispense bar to make it happen here, but it's a little bit, you can hide here some of the squashes and nobody can understand. Maybe going to be like something like a safe here, but it's going to be having some of the very good lighting system here to make it happening very fantastic. So the letter is just written here, the GINTU, which is Gintu. I'm going to be reflecting it from the far end to make sure that everything is coming out more fantastic. So they're now coming from duty here, and it's just making sure they're going to be getting some showers. And this is talk about this, how the kitchen looks like. Talk about the pattern is very meticulous here, and this is how the GINTU looks from this kind of the far end here. So this is how the G castle right now looks like, and it's now very califragistically very nice when it comes to decoration and interior decoration of the G castle here. So everything is so fantastic, guys. That's going to be driving ourselves and to this kind of esteem to make sure that everything is coming to you live, which is one-on-one. So already we are finishing it up at this kind of the point. Talk about this kind of the mega point of the talk about drawing much of the patterns here, and the G castle right now it's looking so fabricative and so fantastic. Here we go. So I understand much of the people are going to be watching and talking about, oh, Gintu are going to be having something very meticulous like this one here. It's not it's just consistency and understanding what you want to do, because the G castle it's the best, because even the GC it's written in the doors, all the doors are just written the GC. Here we are, everything is so fantastic. I talk about already everything is just moving so well and to this kind of an area. Talk about the dogs here right now, guys. I have 11 dogs. 11 I can call them, come. We have number 1 is there, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7. We have others, I don't know where they are. Kuja, they're gonna be coming here. I have 11. So guys, right now oh yeah, they are here. There are 2 coming also, and there are now more. I still want to go. Talk about we have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 2 more to go, and they're gonna be coming because they are now looking helter skelter, Babylon kill slash, to make sure they're gonna be coming, all of them, to get some food here. So they have to share, and this is what we call about sharing. And I have also taught them on sharing. That is the best way for us to go. And after here, we're gonna be now running to get the monkeys are becoming a problem in the village. That's why I have so many dogs here. Whenever we're gonna be talking about let's go this way, we go there like safari rally. Exactly. That's what the best way for me to drive myself and make it happen. So at this kind of the moment, we're going to be talking about, I'm going to be doing some of the practices here. Talk about washing here, some of the machines here to make sure they're going to be so clean. As I have my friend here. Hi, man.
Fine.
Always available.
Yeah, I'm just.
And how is everything?
Everything is good.
Everything is nice. So you are here to make sure that the dogs are getting some food. Yeah, they are satisfied. Exactly. So that's the best way for us to go. Keep it tuned. We're going to be washing the machine today. Yeah.
Today no.
And today no. Eh? Hi. Oh. Watoto waende ndani. Chap. Oh. Oh, na tanki umetoa wapi?
Hii tumekopa.
Umekopa 700. So these are washing tab.
Sasa tupe tukalipe.
Mumekopa 700. Guys, they're asking for me to buy this one here. 700, eh? Yeah, my mom has one? Mama kona moja?
Na mimi nina moja.
Oh, sasa hiyo. Sijui mahesabu tutafanya aje sasa. Sisi tuangalie kwanza kesho,
Jumamosi. Wewe ndio utalipa nauli.
Oh, nauli ya kwenda wapi?
Kwenda huko na kwenda. Jumamosi kesho Jumaa. Jioni. Tenda pitia hapa. Kama uko ready niambie kesho pitia.
Haya, siko ready. Kesho pitia.
Kesho. Kesho nije.
Kesho kuja. Talking about I have to pay for this one here. It's a very good thing. Talk about hygiene and talk about in terms of talking about the hygiene and we can call it the safety way of making sure you're gonna be so clean when you're gonna be getting to fooding. Yeah, so you're gonna be so fantastic here. Very good. Premier open top 20 liters and it's gonna be an empowerment, guys, that has come to the village here, so they could be helped with this kind of the tanks here, so they can just make sure that everything is going very meticulous here. So they are gonna be getting this kind of the machine. I'm gonna be washing it because I always talk about whenever it comes to meticulously washing the machine, I always wash my machine at home here to make sure that everything is so fantastic. Even the screws are here. Let me show you. I always tighten because whenever we are running, you can never know if the screws are untightening themselves. So I have to make sure that I have all the screws here to make sure that, and also the everything is so fantastic here. All the stuffs, they're here to make sure that everything is gonna be very meticulous. I'm gonna be tightening where it's loose and to make sure that.
Without the soap?
No, the soap is there. Where is the soap? No, it's there already. I think it's there. The children have taken it.
Available. Yeah.
I'm gonna be having it here. So I'm gonna be washing it. Keep it tuned. I'm gonna be back to you to make sure that everything is just running so meticulous here to go, and everything is coming to you live, which is one-on-one. And I think the gentlemen, they are here waiting for this called a waiting area, and they're going to be sorting out to make sure that everything is moving so fantastic as we're going to be moving ahead one-on-one. So guys, I'm going to be back to you as we're going to be making sure that I'm maintaining the cleanness a little bit. Today I'm going to be starting an early weekend, as I told you about how the things are just moving east, west and south, and to make sure that everything is moving so meticulous. So guys, at this kind of the point, I'm going to be talking about, thank you very much everyone watching and tuned in, because we are at the G Castle. Very fantastic, and we are at 80% complete of the G Castle, because we are at the step of gypsum, and we're going to be getting from the gypsum, we get to the skimming. After skimming, we get to the tiling. After tiling, we're going to be now finishing the whole house with something called plumbing and fixing much of the stuffs of the plumbing at the G Castle. And still we are a little bit to go, and we're going to be making it happen as far as everything is in concern. So guys, everything going to be coming to you. We understand everybody's talking about Ogintu. We can make it happen from our home here, and we're going to be making it happen because we are now trying our best, so as we can just have a coup from all this kind of the scenarios and interferences to make sure that we are upgrading and making it happen. So I know and understand it's going to be a little bit difficult and a little bit different between much of the people are talking about Ogintu. You have to talk about this one, and much of the people ever liked to talk about how the things are trending, and this is still the trending because the G Castle is trending also to make sure that everything is fantastic here. Much of the people right now, they understand in terms of the construction east, west and south what is really happening at this kind of the time. So I'm gonna be getting it off. Exactly, I have to put it off so as we can just make sure that everything is coming to you in a short while. Here we go, in a short moment right now. Back to the system. I'm gonna be making it happen here, guys, a little bit here. I'm washing here to make sure that the machine is in the evening. So we are back home here, and right now I'm coming to sleep like a chicken. In the 6 I have to be at home here, and there's no getting out because things are gonna be getting worse. Exactly, so everything is possible, guys. And when I'm always doing this kind of the works here, I always remember that this is the work that I started ever doing in my life after my high school. And I can just talk about, I was a very good car washer at that kind of the period of time. But everything is having its own sequence. Right now I'm just washing mine, and that's the best way for us to go. So we have to make it happen as far as everything is in concern. It's in the evening time, and everything has to come out very fantastic here. And the little hope that we're going to be having at this kind of the time is whereby I'm going to be having a little bit of a storytelling here, as let me put this kind of the stuffs here. Guys, you understand that sometimes we have defect A, B, C, D here and there. And I like about whenever we're going to be cleaning this kind of the machines here, I ever been knowing that cleaning them, it requires very clean water. And at that kind of the rate, in Nyabuhanse we have a little bit of a defect whenever it comes to cleaning. We don't have much of the time cleaning in Nyabuhanse because of water is just like a maram sometimes, and you're going to be having some of the defect here and there, and that is it. And That is why we ever talk about we have to understand how the program is. So we have to come out very correctly and making things very happening here. Let's engage and make it happen at this kind of the moment. All right, now as we make it happen to this kind of the position. Poa bwana, niaje maji. Safi. Naruche mbaleno dogo. Wow. So guys, it's one of the ways of just doing the evening preparations here, and which is the best way for us to go. You not yet have I've not yet brought the, you can call it the number plate, because it's still not yet produced. To talk about it's going to be coming in a short while, and that's where we are just heading. Talk about a few weeks here. We're going to be having the number plate coming, and that is the best way for us to go, because we're going to be bringing much of the shenanigans here. I understand the time much of the people are talking about Kintu talk about the vehicle and whatever. I understand, because not everything should be just published, and I understand much of the people are talking about, oh, it's gonna be this way, it's gonna be this way, but they're just wondering, why is the G Castle continuing and how is the G Castle going on? It's because of the things that we ever do. Not everything much of the people should understand, because people want to talk about, oh, how is this one, how is that one, how is those ones, but that is not the way of us to move. And I understand my all way of making it happen, because everybody's just stuck and talking about, yeah, we want to know how is this one working, at which kind of the rate. No, that is not the effective way. And it's not a must that you have to understand everything, how it comes and how it goes. Exactly. So talk about the car is there and it's doing its own business, and everything is just getting good here. So let nobody talk about oh, how it's gonna be, because everybody wants to understand, oh, how is it working, and how have it reached, and what's really doing. I don't have that kind of the way, because people started talking about, oh, how is it gonna be coming, which kind of the way, and I understand that is the program that was very fake, and it started being pinpointed, whereby people started talking about, oh, how can we target this kind of the car, and I found myself one day trapped with the police and talking about, oh, who is the owner of this kind of the car, and we're gonna be eating from this kind of the car, something very genuine. Exactly. Gonna be washing some tires here. Gonna be very, very clean here. It's just I'm gonna be even having some a pressure washer here to make sure that they're gonna be doing much of the jobs here. Very meticulous. Guys, most of the people are gonna ask about why did I select this kind of a rim, because I like a black rim, as you can just see it here. It's because this kind of the black rim, it doesn't bring much of the dirtiness, or you understand, whenever it's gonna be coming as a white, so it's gonna be bringing much of the shenanigans in terms of even if it's gonna be a small thing, like talking about the dirtiness, it's gonna be sticking the dirtiness much. So that's why I selected not to have this kind of the white trim. That's why I selected the black one, and I like it. And I like this kind of the motorbikes, because somebody can ask about which kind of the cc. It's just a 125 cc, and it's running like Safari Rally. So this is the one that it's gonna be helping and making sure that everything is so fantastic. So it's gonna be a she at the house here, because most of the people understand that, oh, they're gonna be hearing about it from whichever, but it's just getting good at this kind of the point. So it's now clean. It's gonna be a little bit washed at some sections here, so it can just look very clean here. Even they talk about the chain box here. It's a plastic one. It's one of the new model that has come out to make sure that they're gonna be so efficient and sufficient here in terms of working. We use crystal clear water to baptize it, to make sure that everything's so fantastic here. It's becoming so clean here. Now check from the far end how it's gonna be shining here, and gonna be having a pressure washer here. It's gonna be now coming so clean. So guys, it's now sparkling clean. It's a very easy task here to do, very easily. The good fact about this kind of the motorbike here, it's already clean, because you can now go whenever you want, because this kind of the seat, come and see this kind of the seat here. It has this kind of a fabric that is just put here, and it's just like talk about a rubber like, and a stretching stuff here, and it's very easy. So whenever you just beat it a little bit here, it loses much of the water and it just goes. So it's like a fiber coated stuff, and it's gonna be so fantastic in terms of sitting, and even it doesn't wear out. And that is the way we just do much of the things coming out from this kind of the position. So keep it tuned. I'm gonna be coming back with a little bit of more and coming to this kind of the section. So keep it tuned, keep it locked, coming to you back in a short while, as you're gonna be screwing to make sure that everywhere is just tight, because you're gonna be having some loose. So sometimes you're gonna be running not knowing that we have some talk about the screws, or talk about the bolts that have already been unscrewed a little bit, and you're gonna be fixing everything so as you can just be so punctual at this kind of the moment. So keep it tuned, still on it to make it happen as far as everything is in concern. Keep it locked, here we go, and we make it happen at this point.